For demonstration today, we're going to take a look at, I think, a 1978 cassette recorder from Montgomery Ward's, the 3937A. Go through the various features on it and take a look at it. First, let's look at the box and the instructions. Alright, I can sort of make out the Montgomery Ward price tag here, a 6. I've seen these for sale as late as 1980 catalog, where they were down to $45, so they kept going down apparently. This is, I think, an earlier version from 1978 if I'm reading some things right. Deluxe cassette recorder on AC and battery operation. Montgomery Ward's airline, built-in mic, large VU meter, built-in ALC, automatic stop, key review feature, pause, UL approvals. Of course, the box is torn up to the dickens. Made in Taiwan, Republic of China. It came with a power cord, and there's a mic in the box when I got it years ago, but I don't know that it's a Montgomery Ward mic. I've had this for quite a few years. Actually, I did a video including this cassette recorder, not really taking a detailed look at it, but I used it a couple years ago when I had a test tone alignment tape I was looking at and seeing if I could use it with a multimeter frequency counter. I'll put a link to that video from 2014 in the description of the video, and here's a little bit of it right now. It seems to be somewhere around 1025. Machine is a little fast, but you can see how you can use your frequency counter on some of these multimeters. Alright, the recorder came with a full 90-day warranty, and then a limited warranty after that. Here's the instruction manual. You can pause your screen and read this as you want to. All the specifics and the operations. Nothing unexpected here for anybody who's ever used a cassette recorder before. Obtaining replacement parts and service. And here's a little 1078 down here that I'm thinking means October 78. And you can find that with some information inside the cassette recorder. Alright, starting our look around, we have a black plastic case with sort of silver trim on it, which is attractive. Fonts are printed in maybe a very light yellow. Good separation from the black plastic, easy to see. We have a tape counter and a reset button. We have our cassette well. Hiding behind here we have what I think is maybe a 2.5-inch speaker. And down here we have a VU meter that shows our recording level, although this is a automatic level control, so I'm not sure how useful that is. Second line shows if you're on battery, you should be in the green there at the end, and if you're on AC power, you'll be down there in the red all the way to the right. So also we have our low and high tone controls, volume, minimum and max. We have our record button, which has got a red accent on it, review, and rewind. It shows you can use that in conjunction with the play button, which is bordered in green. Fast forward and cue button, once again connected with the play. And we have our stop and eject button bordered in white, and a pause button. And a very irritating carrying handle for making a video. We have a condenser mic here, and down in the lower front we have an earphone jack, our auxiliary jack for recording from another source, and connections for a microphone with a remote. Let's see here. Underneath, we'll look more about that in a second. Nothing around the right or the left. We're going to use it on batteries today. Alright, there's a little look inside the cassette well there. Let's see if I can get a close-up of the front. Looking inside the cassette well, you can see the erase head, the little auto stop switch there next to it, and the record play head, and the pinch roller and the cap stand farther on down. Okay, let's take a little listen to it here. We're going to use my little sort of copyright good luck tape there. I never had a problem playing things with this one. Not the best music though. Well, let's get an idea what it sounds like.
Walking with such energy.
See our meter there, battery and level. Fast forward. Just more fast forward. Let our tape counter go to work there. Cue. Do a little bit, some rewind there.
Too often, stress and high blood pressure are the price we pay for the lifestyle we enjoy today. Isn't it refreshing to know that what you're doing?
Review. So tone, low, and high. I can tell a difference from high to low. Volume.
You have now been walking for 25 minutes and have gone 1 2/3 miles. Just 5 more minutes to go. As we come into our... Keep a good steady pace and remember to keep breathing.
Okay, that's what a pre-recorded cassette sounds like. In the video that I made a couple of years ago, there's a possibility that this is a little fast. Not much, because it was quite possible that the speed tape itself was off, according to the person who gave it to me. But this showed, I think, instead of 1,000 kilohertz, maybe 1,015 or 1,010. I'm not quite sure, I remember. Alright, let's do a little voice recording here using the condenser mic. Try and get past the leader there. Okay, I'm testing the Montgomery Ward's condenser mic and cassette recorder 3937A. We have a little 2.5-inch speaker here. We have automatic level control. I'm not getting a great deal of meter deflection here. Hope it's going to come off power. I don't remember ever using this as a voice recorder before. So, seems to be a nice unit though. Hope everything works. There's probably something else on this tape, so we'll see if the race head worked too when we play it back. Let's try that. I'm testing the Montgomery Ward's condenser mic and cassette recorder 3937A. We have a little 2.5-inch speaker here. We have automatic level control. I'm not getting a great deal of meter deflection here. Come off power, I don't remember ever using this as a voice recorder before. So, seems to be a nice unit though. Hope everything works. There's probably something else on this tape, so we'll see if the race head worked too when we play it back. Let's try that. Okay, well, it didn't sound too bad. Gonna bump up against something else at the end of that tape, I guess. Let's try it with a microphone. Alright, I have the external mic plugged into the jacks on the front, and we'll take a listen to what it sounds like. I'm going to put the external mic right up to my mouth and get a little more meter deflection than before. So, I'm not sure how it'll sound. I thought the condenser mic sounded not too bad. It's kind of convenient, but a little more convenient than searching around for your external microphone. But I do like this unit. It's a shame I don't use it more than I do, which is pretty much almost never. It is, for a simple standalone cassette recorder, one of my favorites. It has good sound, but usually when I'm listening to cassette tapes, if and when I'm listening to them on a deck and not a portable recorder. I do like it. It's nice. Had it for several years. Let's stop this and play it back and hear what it sounds like versus a condenser mic. External mic right up to my mouth and get a little more meter deflection than before. So, I'm not sure how it'll sound. I thought the condenser mic sounded not too bad. It's kind of convenient, but a little more convenient than searching around for your external microphone. But I do like this unit. It's a shame I don't use it more than I do, which is pretty much almost never. It is, for a simple standalone cassette recorder, one of my favorites. It has good sound, but usually when I'm listening to cassette tapes, if and when I'm listening to them on a deck and not a portable recorder. I do like it. It's nice. Had it for several years. Let's stop this and play it back and hear what it sounds like versus a condenser mic. Okay, well, I thought that sounded pretty good too. I actually think that sounded better than the condenser mic. Before we put a auxiliary source in here for a test, why don't we look more closely inside and in the back and see what's poking around inside here. On the bottom we have our equipment manufacturing information. Made in Taiwan, ROC. Electrical warnings, UL label. Compartment for 4D batteries. And our serial number and production code numbers. Also, you have to take out the 2 screws in the battery compartment and 2 other screws on the bottom to get the case apart. Looking inside, connected to the bottom, we have our transformer and various wirings, and a little wire comes out here and goes to a little white circle there. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I noticed when I put the bottom back on, it covers up this area. So that's probably some type of insulator or protector for all of the connectors there. We have a flat belt. We have a speaker with a date code of the 49th week of 1978. Let's see if we can figure out which button to press here and turn it on.
Minutes, and
Play.
you've covered 1 1/3 miles. You're now into
Cue. Now we'll try review. Stop. Fast forward. Stop. Rewind. Stop. Play.
your fitness walking is increasing.
And pause. Release pause.
The vitality of your skin by improving your circulation. No wonder.
And stop. Alright, one more thing before we get to the auxiliary input. I noticed the instructions said that if you're operating on battery power, to use the earphone input when you can, because it conserves power. It takes less power to power that jack than it does to power the speaker under here. So let's see how that works. Got our little Radio Shack speaker. Turn the mic right up to my mouth and get a little more meter deflection than before. So, I'm not sure how it'll sound. I thought the condenser mic sounded not too bad. Okay, the earphone jack seems to work okay. Alright, let's test how it records off the MP3 player here. Record a few seconds of this music. Sometimes when I'm recording off this, there's a little trial and error of if it's ALC, and I can't quite tell with my meter where do I put the volume at on the MP3 player. It can make a big difference if I have it down too low or too high. So it's a little trial and error. I'm not sure what will come out with here. I'm starting with the volume on the MP3 player at its highest level. That works out sometimes more than often. Well, let's see what we've got. You can hear it coming through the speaker there. Let's do playback. That shows the meter in the red. Alright. Not too bad. Of course, in 1978 that might have been a good way to record your music, but quality doesn't always hold up. like in 2016. But for a unit this old, it's working pretty well. From 1978, this has been the Montgomery Ward's cassette recorder 3937A. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And Noah, I told you I'd get this up eventually. Hope you liked it.